Hey, it's the Airsoft Hooligan here with part 2 of the TRI PRC 152 radio, and this is going to be like the programming bit, but really isn't really much to program other than channels on your radio. And I said this video was going to be up soon, but from my previous video, but as I was using the radio more and more, messing around with it, I learned a whole bunch of things about it, and I keep learning something new every week, and I would just, by the time I'd feel like getting the video done, I would just learn something new, and I was like, oh, I have to go look this up, see what's wrong with it, see if this is what's supposed to happen. So, as you see, I put it in the channel mode, and as I said, remember, you have to turn off the radio, you have to turn on and hold down this button right here to get it in the channel mode. And let's see here. What was I looking? Now, as you see here, I'm in frequency mode because there's no preset channels over here. And now we're just going to go to the menu. We're just going to push the little top button right there. And then it is going to bring me to this menu. And then we're going to scroll on down to menu option 32. It's going to say MemChan. And since I have 22 channels preset to this radio, I'm just going to preset channel 23. So as you see here, I'm going to scroll down to that and then pressing this button right here. Now I just created channel 23. And as you see, I highlighted because this is a dual band rate, or this works on 2 frequencies, and as you see, I have 520.925 highlighted. Now I'm going to turn off the radio and hopefully get in the channel mode. Yeah, remember my gripe about this radio was that you have to do all this just to get. I wish they would have just made one button where you can just turn it back in the... Yeah, I'm going to have to pause the video. Alright, now I got back in the channel mode, and as you can see here, I have channel 20... I have channel 23, which we just previously made. And you can, as you see here, I have all my channels preset. I have them all the way all my preset channels to make it work like a Motorola Talkabout or a Midland or popular radios that have 22 channels. And thankfully you don't have to go back to frequency mode to go delete a channel, so you scroll down to to option 33, and you're gonna get this thing, and it's gonna say delete channel, and of course we're gonna scroll and delete channel 23. Now you just press that button again, and channel 23 is gone. So, yep. Alright, now as you see here, there's no channel 23 anymore, it's gone. Now, remember, this is the instruction book, and this says right here, I'm going to probably pause the video on YouTube for you. Okay, now as you see here, hope you jotted this down. This radio receives on all these frequencies and plus FM, but it only transmits on VHF and UHF1, so it only would transmit from these frequencies to this frequency. So if you want to use this in the field, you should make sure your team's radios are within this field. But don't worry, most Marine VHF radios are within this frequency, and then Motorola Talkabouts, Midlands, all the FRS, GMRS, if you're here in the US, and if you're over in the UK, all your PMRS radios are within UHF1. So now I did the best research I can, and I don't know if there's any privacy code settings. The thing I did not think about this radio when I bought it is if I go use it, I don't know if I can use it with other teammates that have privacy codes. So I don't know if they're used at Ops a lot. I'm sure they are because there's all these people and they're trying to be on. They don't want to be on like a 20. There's so many people that are going to use up channels, so they're going to use privacy codes. And I don't know if there are privacy codes. And I don't know if you can name your channels. I know you can have it set where it would say, instead of having the number, you can set it to say channel 1 or channel whatever channel you're on, or you can... there's things you can do in this radio, but as far as programming, like you go plug it into a computer and you tell it to enter in frequencies. This isn't the United Star radio. This was the TRI, and they thankfully made it. You can do it on the radio. You don't have to go plug it into a computer. And I don't know if you can plug this into a computer. I haven't noticed any way to plug this into a computer yet. Maybe there's so many plugs on it. I don't know if you can plug it into a radio and into a computer. Now, another reason why the video took a long time was I picked up this push-to-talk, and I went to PX Airsoft, spent $45. This is the Emerson Silinix C4 Ops, whatever, PTT, but the TRI one. And I even went and spent $19 getting this adapter to fit my radio. Unfortunately, this push-to-talk does not work with my Element Comtac 2s. So these are Replica Comtac 2s, and they just did not work. This is designed to work with the real headset. Even though I bought the repo working model, it just doesn't work. And one thing I did to make it easier on my life is I wrote with the Sharpie paint pen to make marks, so I can just see when I would plug it in. It's just easier way to plug it in. That's what I did. Now I'm going to show you the other accessories that I bought, and I'm going to put it inside my radio pouch and show you the other accessories for this radio. Alright, as you can see, I went ahead and put my radio into this pouch. This is a Tactical Tailor embedder pouch, and what's nice about this radio is if it can fit a real PRC 148, because this is the replica, the TRI. They forgot to put in, or they didn't put in on the real PRC 152. There's like a little back thing, and there's like another little knob thingy on it. And as you can see, on both sides, there's this little flap right here, and you can unvelcro it, and then this pouch would expand so it can fit any radio. And also, if you're not using a radio like this, you can basically plug in any radio into this pouch and it would work. And this is the way to, let me just turn off the radio so it shuts up. There we go. So you can, because when you let this like in all the way, you see that the pouch moves, and you would just tighten it up so it stays in place. But this is a opening pouch, so say you're using your radio, it folds down, and you can now effectively use the screen of your radio. I'm trying to get this in the light. Yeah, you see there's this clear plastic material, and you can do whatever you want on your radio. Now, I purchased this from Tactical Tailor's website, and it was about like $28 or $30. So it was around $30, give or take $5. I can't remember offhand. And as you can see, the antenna is in here, and this is the antenna relocation wire. This wire is about 70 centimeters long, or 75 centimeters long, and it's so long I have to route it under another pouch, route it through, and it goes underneath this pouch, all the way back here to my whip antenna. I paid $45 for this whip antenna. I mean $55 for this whip antenna, and this was $15.50 from pxairsoft.com. That's where I got it at. And the whip antenna, aside from its coolness factor and it being longer, it is longer than the stock antenna. As you can see, I'm putting it from base to base. It is a lot longer. And you can unfold it and whatever. It comes with this little piece of Velcro so it like stays together. I mainly bought it for the coolness factor, but it also helps with the radio because it's longer, so it has more surface area to gather a frequency, and also maybe it can help me inside a building or whatever. If I'm using it at one of those big milsim events, I can get better range from my radio. And this is a new PTT that I picked up. This is the Toy Soldier PTT, and this is their U94. It works specifically with this radio, and I think it was made originally from they took like a Kenwood, one of the replica PTTs that was supposed to be for a Kenwood, and he reattached a real connector for a PRC1. They're in the emitter connectors. He did that all himself probably, and this was $65 from Toy Soldier's website itself. And what I have to give credit to Toy Soldier is that for some reason I seem to have gotten express shipping, even though I didn't order it express shipping, but I ordered it on a Thursday, and on a Thursday, and it came to me on like the following Monday or Tuesday. And he's from Hong Kong, and I live all the way here in New York, so it was very fast shipping. I really can't believe that he actually sent it like that, and I really appreciate Toy Soldier for doing that. He's a good person to go buy. His gear is really great, and I recommend buying it because you get quality. And I go by a model now. It's you buy once, you cry once. I forgot where I heard that from. But basically, you just buy the best thing possible once, and it should never fail you. So, I should say this before I forget. The wire is long enough to go around any. So if you have this plate carrier, obviously extended. If you're a bigger guy, it should go all the way around to an antenna, even if it was all the way in the middle and your radio was all the way over here, it would be long enough to go all the way to the back. And what was it about the battery life that I've had? I've noticed that on the battery, let me take it out of the pouch. There was a thing with the battery that I noticed, and I thought it happened to me the one time, and I was like, okay, I'm hoping that this is the only time it happens, but it happened to me again when, you see right here, the battery life indicator. Let me get it to zoom in. It would go to like the second bar, and then the radio would just turn off, and like it seems like it died. And I was trying to figure out why it was doing that. And as you know, you never ever send a battery through a. I don't know if it's for LiPo batteries only. I don't know if this is a. Oh, I forgot to say, what was this battery here? It was Nicky Cad battery, I believe it was, but I don't know if you can send batteries in the air, and this is how the radio came to me, was probably by a plane, because it came in 2 weeks. So it definitely wasn't put on a boat and then shipped across here. It was taken forever. But yeah, I'm noticing there's a battery indicator problem where it would go down to like halfway, and then it would just seem to turn off. So just make note of that. So this battery indicator might just be messed up. Maybe it's just not working right, and I have to break it in a little bit, or maybe my radio is just defective. So if you have a TRI PRC 152 and you have a similar problem, or if you don't have that problem, please tell me. I would appreciate it. I don't know what's wrong with my battery indicator, and It's one thing if it was like at 1 bar, but I mean there's only 3 bars, and I don't really know when to charge my radio then, but I would just charge it every time I use it. But about battery life, this should work for the weekend. Somebody asked me about it. This should work for a weekend at a big airsoft game. So yeah, that's my part 2 video for the TRI PRC 152, showing off accessories and a good pouch you should get for your radio if you want to use it to its best, fullest potential. And what was I about to say? It was oh yeah, like, please rate, comment, subscribe to this channel. I'm very sorry for making this video later than I was supposed to. I meant to get this out a lot sooner, but if I learn more about this radio, I'll make a part 3, and I definitely would learn more about this radio, so expect that maybe in a couple months. And if you have questions, and if you're seeing this video, you can ask questions on both in the comment sections of both videos, part 1 and this is part 2. So don't be afraid to ask any question. You can even ask me the stupidest question about this radio, and I'll do the best I can to answer it. And if you see other people answering it, I don't always use Airsoft Hooligan. That's my Airsoft only channel. My personal channel, it's Escalade P, like the Cadillac Escalade. And if you see him answering a question, it's just me. I'm just too lazy to switch back and forth. But if you send me a private message, expect a response a little longer. I try to sign in at least twice a week, 3 times a week, but sometimes it just does not happen. I forget. So if you have a question, please send it in a comment, because I might not be able to. I look frequently at through my Airsoft Hooligan through my personal channel a lot more than I do actually signing into it. So this is the Airsoft Hooligan. Thank you for watching this video. I know I take up a lot of time. I'm trying to go as in depth as I can with this about this product, because it's a very good product. I don't really see other people doing reviews on it, so I try to give it as much time as I can on YouTube in a review. This is the Airsoft Hooligan. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And this is the Airsoft Hooligan, and I'll see you in the next video.